down there on Manor Street. Now, what's the problem? Why you squalling now? It's gonna be some more. So I don't know what to say about it, but like I say, here it is right here in black and white. It's supposed to go all the way to Hershey Street. The street supposed to go all the way through there. Regardless of how good a job an individual is doing in the city, and we appreciate everything they're doing, but we got to be right. Now,
for those of you city council members that are not aware, have not been there and aware of the situation, bottom line is you see two mobile homes here. The one that is horizontal to you, or semi-horizontal, on the right side of that, a garage, has been built out across that end of that street. So that's, and then there's other people that live on that street are just disputing all along. They say it's not a city street, that it's their driveway. And they won't let, so what these people that live back here, there's actually another house that is behind, if you would draw another house in under these, well, there's two of them in there.
There's no wide on 12.
But then there's a wooden frame home nobody's living in.
Right.
But there's actually, if you would look at this drawing as it's sitting before you, and if you would draw two homes in behind that board fence, you would see that those people are being told that they've got to carry their garbage all the way back up to highway, up to Houston Street.
Actually, I'm not familiar with that. I'd love to see, I make better decisions when I go out and take a look at it. My vote would be to table this to the next meeting so I can go out and see the property and have you take me up there. That would be my motion.
but it's always been my opinion to go out and look. And I guarantee you, nobody can never say I didn't walk and look. I walk and look at everything. When we have something on this agenda, I go look so I know what I'm talking about.
Well, the double wide go out up the hill to Hershey. They can't have access back through Manual Street.
And that's where Mrs. Wilkerson lives, I believe.
Yes, B will.
But can the Shankles bring their car even down to their house at this point?
This evening they can't, yesterday they could. I mean, it's with it rain, there's big rocks on it, but there's no way, I don't know.
I don't think they ever go down to the house, don't they? Stop right at the top of that hill.
They drive
Then
down.
they walk down.
Well, they drive down when it's dry, because I've seen two vehicles in there several times.
I'd
Well,
like to sit table so we all can look at it. Have you
well,
seen
we've
it?
got a motion by Mr. Sayers. Are you making a motion, Terry?
You made a motion to table it?
He said he'd like to see it tabled. Are you making that a motion, Randy?
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Randy Sayers to table this issue, allow council to investigate and study, and second by Terry Norsworthy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show that it is opposed. Next up, our next item, we better understand it, and that we all may. There's recently someone hired in the police department. Is there a freeze on hiring or is there not? This council put one in place and I don't remember us removing it.
There's been 9 people hired since November of last year.
But no extra employees. They were just hired as when someone quit or something in a very,
Yes. Mostly-
in a job, in a key job such as police
dispatch, where you
dispatch.
had to cover
24 hours a day.
or whatever.
Okay.
And I hired 2 temporary guys because I could use 2 skilled labor guys to do the forms for the generators.
Okay.
And that took 2 out of the street department, so I had to have somebody patch potholes. But we've hired 9 people since last November,
But we haven't increased the numbers.
except for the 2 temporary. I haven't increased any numbers, no.
So there is a freeze in place at this time.
Technically speaking, I guess so. I mean,
Well, when the council votes to do something, they vote to do it, and it's in the record, and then to be removed, it has to be in the record to remove it. Is that right?
yes.
I got a question, Mayor. Now, we voted here, I think the last council meeting for a 3% raise across the board, did we not?
That's correct.
All right, when we place this freeze on hiring, we place it on promotions and salaries and raises and everything. So when we come up with this 3% raise across the board, I thought that unfroze everything. I thought we done it all together. Then we done it all, yeah. Don't get too sarcastic with me now. So we done it under that umbrella. Did we not? I mean,
Well, that's what I'm asking. The city manager says technically it's still in place, so technically to remove it, we have to vote as the city council remove it. Would that be correct?
I agree.
So that means that we would go retroactive back and take the 3% that we raised the city employees back as well?
Negative. I don't think that would be part of it, unless you put that in motion.
Well, it was in with all the rest of it.
The only thing we did is me as mayor presiding over that meeting was we removed and we went ahead and give the city their 3% increase. We didn't say anything about increasing the number of employees within the city. That's for the record. I'd like that answer entered in the record. Thank you. Number two, there was recently some disciplinary action in the Jasper Police Department. And I'm wondering, can anyone tell me, was 3.7 disciplinary action, was it covered? Was it followed?
What's a 3.7? Enlighten us.
The city's rule, the city of Jasper has rules for, this is an at-will state. There's a lot been said about that lately, but the problem is that previous councils adopted policies to be followed within the city, and so therefore they become city law. And there is for instance, disciplinary action such as verbal warnings, first written warnings, suspensions, final written warnings, disciplinary actions that follow. I'm just asking anyone in here, any of our city officials, was this followed? We got a whole row of city officials up here, nobody knows.
I would say I had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Joe's here and Rodney's here.
The question that you asked, Mayor, a few minutes ago about the hiring of Captain Frame, I had 2 open positions in the police department. There was no overload with bringing Frame in. The second thing, there was nothing about any discipline in there. That was a restructuring that was done as part of administration. So there was no disciplinary action taken on anybody.
Okay.
When you brought Frame in, you just
Restructured the department, yes.
So no disciplinary action was
No,
taken?
sir, I took no disciplinary action against no
And
one.
you're telling me good information here that you did not increase the number of people in the department?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, 3.8, problem review, then that's relevant. Was the position, it's always been in policy within the city to have positions that are coming open and posted. Was the position of captain or lieutenant ever posted?
No, sir.
Okay. What happened to the police department's procedure of interviewing or testing employees before they are promoted? Is that still in place?
It's still in place, yes.
Was it performed?
No.
Okay. Were the demotions based on, well, there wasn't any
There was no
punishment?
demotions, no, sir.
I thank you, sir, for answering questions for me. I would like for the city secretary to put a note, 4.02-A of the city's charter. It states that the chief of police shall be the chief administrative officer of the Department of Police. He shall, with the approval of the city council, appoint and remove the employees of said department and shall perform such duties as be required by the city council. Has this council approved any removal of employees or any appointments or anything?
I don't want to go out on them and say what we said in the executive session, but we discussed this in executive session.
That's right.
When Chief Pearson was interim. Now, it might have been, I know what we said in there, and we said that as interim, that he couldn't, well, I don't want to say what we said, but I will bring it to your attention back there. But That's your question. Yes, we knew that, what he done, we was gonna do it. And I'd like to ask another question. When the previous chiefs came here, say when Stanley was hard, did he restructure? When Harlan was hard, did he restructure? When Hunter come here, did he restructure? Did the council agree with everything that he done when he restructured? That's what I wasn't here, but I want to ask that question. Because what I'm saying, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Now, I didn't know that the chief, if he chief, he'd have to, I mean, I don't have time to be worrying with him. If he got a department to run over there, I expect him to run it. And run it right and legally, but run it the way he see fit, if he chief. But now, I don't intend to be chief. We are the man that's supposed to know how to chief. I don't know how.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask everybody to hold it down now. We don't want to go kill that, okay?
As far as a position being filled without being posted, Mayor, I think there was a position within the city at a high position that was not posted, and an individual got a job. Am I correct?
I don't know what you're talking about. Who was it? I mean, what position was it? Tell me what it is. Let's get it out. You know what it is.
We will. Oh, I can answer the question. The city manager, was that position posted?
No.
Was not posted.
But this council unanimously approved hiring him.
But did we post a position?
No.
No,
We hired him as interim.
But did we post a position?
but we
No,
as
we did
city
not.
council can do that. It did, and we did
I'm
it.
on city council as
We
well.
did, you did, you voted for
I
it.
sure did vote for him, but we did not post a position.
So was it wrong?
You said Pearson was wrong, so I think that was wrong too.
That's not the position he's talking about.
I'm saying that if Danny Wade has an opening, if he's gonna bring somebody up to a foreman in his department, that he ought to put that on the board, and that's the way the city's always done it, put it out there for who wants it.
Well,
Mine still stand. No, I still said, mine still stand, and I have nothing against, Mr. Barton, I think he's doing a wonderful job.
Amen.
But his job was not posted, and when it turns around to Chief Pearson, and he in turn point framed to that position, then there's a conflict.
That's right.
and let me just add, because I mean, now, it comes time when the person got to speak up, what he think is right. Now, I've been silent for a long time, but, and taking abuse from the public, now, I'm gonna tell it just like it is. Now, we are hard, Tommy, as interim,
Doing an excellent
and
job.
doing a good job. And I was for it. And we say, well, he's doing such a good job. Let's move him on up forward. I say, that's fine with me.
You weren't here then.
Excuse
The
me.
where I wasn't here, I was here, Ms. Muddy, I'm not talking to you.
Excuse me, we can't go there. Go ahead, Mr. Make your statement. Mr. Land?
Now,
Must be drunk.
now, there's been lies told on me